It arrived in silence, a metal box sealed with alien sigils and humming with power. Inside lay something alive. Hen Captain J. Min of the Terran Diplomatic Corps opened it. The galaxy's most feared aristocrat, Baron Val Roon, smiled across the hololink and said, "Consider this a gift, a token of gratitude from the Vraxian Dominion." But the gift was no object. It was a girl, engineered, intelligent, and terrified. And in that moment, every human watching understood. This wasn't gratitude. It was a test of what made humans different. If that opening made you lean closer, don't move just yet. Hit like, subscribe, and share this story with a friend who loves when humanity flips the galaxy on its head. We've got betrayal, ethics, and one of the most shocking HFY twists you've ever heard. All right, ready? Let's dive into a tale where a simple gift changes how the universe sees humankind. Forever. It began on a quiet rotation aboard the Terran diplomatic station Aegis, floating between the borders of 12 alien empires. No alarms, no warnings, just a ripple in space. Sensors caught it first. A delivery drone bearing the crimson seal of Baron Val Roon, ruler of the Vraxian Dominion, a species that had enslaved suns and sculpted life like clay. Humans had never received anything from him before. Not a message, not a threat, not even acknowledgement. The drone glided into Dock Bay 12 and released its cargo, a metallic cube no bigger than a human coffin, humming with faint energy pulses. Captain J. Min stood at the observation window, jaw tight. "Confirm radiation levels," he ordered. "None, sir." "Stable containment field," replied the tech officer. Then came the transmission. A tall, silver-scaled alien appeared in shimmering holography. His eyes, rings of molten amber, seemed to study humanity itself. "Captain J. Min of Earth, the Dominion owes your species a debt. Accept this creation as a token of our gratitude." Before Jay could respond, the message ended. The cube's locks hissed and turned. Something inside shifted, and as the lid slowly opened, every human in that room stopped breathing. The cube unfolded like flower petals made of steel. A faint mist poured out, glittering under the station lights. Inside lay a girl. Not human, at least not entirely. Her skin shimmered like pearl glass, veins glowing faintly blue beneath the surface. Silver hair framed her face, and when her eyes opened, they glowed with frightened luminescence. She looked no older than 16. "Vitals are stable," murmured the med officer. "But her genome's a nightmare. Half Vraxian, half unknown." The girl sat up, trembling. She scanned the room, her gaze locking on J. Min. "Are you my handler?" she asked softly. The word handler hit like a blade. Around her wrist, a thin metal band pulsed red, an obedience collar. Every Terran officer in the room exchanged uneasy glances. Jay's voice was steady. "No, I'm Captain J. Min. You're safe now." But even as he said it, he wasn't sure. The cube hummed again, projecting alien text across the air. Vraxian code, unreadable, except for one translated line blinking in crimson letters. "Prototype 01, designation, gift, ownership transferred to humanity." And then, like a cruel joke, the cube sealed itself shut again, locking from the inside. For 2 days the girl barely spoke. She sat by the viewport, watching the stars pass, eyes full of questions no one dared to answer. Her scans revealed terrifying things: neural implants tied to pain receptors, genetic locks that could trigger biological shutdown if she disobeyed an order. She was a weapon, and someone's message wrapped in fragile flesh. The Terran Council ordered her detained, studied, and secured for future analysis. But Captain J. Min couldn't do it. He'd seen war, seen what the Dominion called mercy. This wasn't gratitude. It was slavery wrapped in courtesy. That night he entered the containment room alone. She looked up. "You're not supposed to be here," she whispered. He smiled faintly. "Neither are you." In his hands, a small device blinked. A human override key, outlawed under interstellar law. It could dismantle her collar. One press could mean treason or freedom. "Jay," said his comm officer over the channel, voice urgent. "Headquarters wants her shipped to Mars immediately. Do not interfere." He muted the line. The girl looked at him, terrified, hopeful. Jay took a breath, thumb hovering over the key. "Let's see what makes us human," he whispered, and pressed it. The collar shattered with a spark and a sound like glass breaking underwater. The girl gasped and then breathed, really breathed, for the first time. Her veins dimmed, the glow fading into the warmth of human color. But far across the galaxy, alarms echoed in alien fortresses. The Baron knew. Hours later, the sky above the station tore open. A Vraxian dreadnought emerged, massive and silent. Its shadow fell across the Earth's flag hanging over the docking bay. The Baron's voice filled every frequency. "You freed my experiment, human. You violated a pact beyond comprehension." Jay stood before the broadcast terminal, calm as a man facing the sea. "She's not your experiment," he said. "She's a person." The Baron laughed, voice like grinding stone. "Do you think your compassion can rewrite what I am?" Jay's reply was soft. "No, but it can rewrite what she becomes." The dreadnought's cannons charged, and before they could fire, something impossible happened. The girl stepped forward, raised her hand, and the weapons shut down. Her voice echoed, layered, infinite. "No more masters!" And the Baron's ship folded in on itself, gone. Weeks later, the Dominion sent no retaliation. Their fleets went silent. Their rulers whispered of an ancient prophecy, that humans carried a contagion deadlier than war: empathy. The girl stayed aboard Aegis Station, learning language, laughter, choice. She took a name, Elira. She called Jay her teacher. Historians would later mark that moment as the start of the human renaissance of ethics, the day an alien baron tried to test humanity's morals and failed. In the galactic archives, a new entry appeared beside the tale of gods and warships. "Do not gift a human a life and expect obedience. They will not chain it. They will teach it to walk." Years later, when Elira stood before the Galactic Council, her words silenced 1,000 worlds. Humanity's strength isn't in their weapons. It's in their refusal to become the monsters that challenge them. And somewhere, in a forgotten corner of the stars, Baron Valroon watched the broadcast, and we speared almost reverently. "Now I understand why even gods fear them. No gods, no masters, no slaves, only humanity.